weeks of constant travel, our protagonist finally arrives at the small-town Airbnb. The house looks inviting, peaceful. Everything seems normal, but little does he know, something is not quite right. After dinner, he notices something strange. A chair, slightly moved, in the dining area. He's certain he didn't touch it. An odd feeling begins to settle in. The chair has moved again. He hasn't touched it. His unease grows, and with it, the realization that something is watching. Waiting. His gaze lingers on a door he barely noticed before. Behind it lies the unknown. Curiosity battles fear as he reaches for the knob. A hidden room. Concrete walls. A single chair. And a recording device staring at him. The realization hits. He was not alone. And someone had been watching. Fear takes over as he bolts from the house, clutching his belongings. The shadows of the quiet street stretch like silent witnesses to his flight. Every step echoes the realization he is no longer safe inside. Reaches a gas station a few miles away. But safety feels distant. His heart races, eyes scanning every shadow. The hidden room in the Airbnb haunts him. Unanswered questions spinning in his mind. Police arrive at the Airbnb, uncovering the hidden room, the chair, the recording device, and the storm hatch. All tell a chilling story of secret surveillance. Relief mixes with horror as the truth emerges. Outside, the hidden storm hatch is revealed. It's a chilling reminder that he was never truly alone. The investigation unfolds, exposing the secret path into the house. Script. The man responsible for the hidden room and secret surveillance is finally arrested. Relief washes over him. But the memory of the chairs, the basement, and the hidden phone will never leave. He arrives and begins unpacking, enjoying the comfort of a home away from home. Everything seems normal. The quiet suburban night stretching around him. Dinner is simple, familiar. He stirs pasta on the stove, comforted by the quiet domestic routine, unaware of the unsettling events to come. He settles in for the night, laptop on his lap, the familiar comfort of home away from home. But one detail, unnoticed, begins to hint at something amiss. A chair, slightly moved. He's sure he didn't touch it. A subtle unease begins to creep in, though nothing else seems out of place. The chair has moved again. He hasn't touched it. A growing sense of being watched sends chills down his spine. The door he had barely noticed now commands his attention. The basement holds secrets he cannot ignore. He discovers the hidden room, a concrete space, a single chair, and a recording device. Shock and dread strike him simultaneously. The blinking red light confirms his worst fear. He's been watched, recorded, and the hidden presence in this home was real. Fear overtakes him. He grabs his bag and laptop, racing up the stairs, each step echoing the horror of the hidden room. He reaches the gas station, a temporary refuge, but the memory of the hidden room, the chair, and the recording device lingers. Safety feels fragile and distant. Police arrive at the seemingly peaceful house, ready to investigate the strange occurrences that have shaken its temporary guest. The hidden room is finally revealed. Every detail confirms the unseen surveillance that has haunted him these past nights. A small red light blinks steadily from the phone, a silent witness to his invasion of privacy. Fear grips him once more. The storm hatch is revealed, hidden beneath leaves and tarp outside. The scale of the intrusion becomes chillingly clear. He watches from the doorway, unable to look away as the truth unfolds before him. The hidden room, the chair, the recording, it was all real. Outside, the hidden storm hatch is revealed for the first time. It's a chilling reminder that he was never truly alone. He stares at the open hatch, the reality of the intrusion finally sinking in. Panic and relief clash within him. The man responsible for the secret room and surveillance lurks near the hatch, unaware that the authorities are closing in. The hidden presence is finally revealed. Police spot the man, his careful concealment undone by the lights and shadows of the night. The man responsible for the hidden room and surveillance is finally arrested. Relief washes over him. But the memory of the chairs, the basement, and the hidden phone will never leave. He sits in the car, trying to process what has just happened. Relief and terror mingle, the events of the night refusing to leave his mind. Even after fleeing, the memory of the chair lingers, an unsettling reminder that he was being observed. He checks the windows again, making sure every lock is secure. Every corner of the house seems familiar, yet something still feels wrong. Every closet, every corner must be checked. The unease grows, As he searches for signs of intrusion, he hesitates at the top of the basement stairs, heart racing. What lies in the darkness below is still unknown. He glimpses the hidden room for the first time, a small, concrete space with a single chair and a recording device. The truth hits hard. The red light blinks like a warning. He realizes the extent of the intrusion. Someone has been watching him all along. Panic overtakes him as he grabs his belongings and rushes up the stairs. Every step echoes the horror of the hidden room. He steps out into the cool night, every sense alert. Escape is immediate, but unease follows him into the darkness. He drives away from the Airbnb. Heart racing. Relief and fear mix in equal measure. The night's events replaying in his mind. He finds a quiet spot to stop, trying to catch his breath. Every sense is alert. The memory of the house still vivid. He pulls his laptop close, checking messages and details. The hidden room, the chair, and the blinking light replay in his mind. His bag, a lifeline of essentials, sits ready. Every item reminds him that he must be prepared for anything. He checks the mirror, every shadow making him tense. Safety feels fragile. The house's secrets still haunting him. He calls Airbnb's emergency line, explaining everything. Relief is fleeting, but help is finally on the way. Police arrive to ensure his safety, the first step toward resolving the nightmare that unfolded in the Airbnb. He recounts every detail to the officers. The hidden room, the chair, the phone, it all comes out under the nightlights. The man responsible is apprehended. Relief washes over him, but the memory of the hidden room will never leave. He sits alone, reflecting on the events that have just unfolded. Relief and fear mingle, leaving him unsettled despite the resolution. He drives away, leaving the town behind. The events of the Airbnb will remain in his mind, a chilling memory he cannot forget. I've been driving long haul for 11 years. Overnight routes, empty highways, and miles of silence. Most people hate the loneliness, but for me, it's part of the job. Around 1 a.m, I pulled into a truck stop to fuel up and grab some coffee. Just a quick stop, 10 minutes at most. When I climbed back into the cab, I noticed something in the passenger mirror. A man, standing near the back of my trailer. He wasn't doing anything, just standing there, watching. I figured the guy was just another driver checking out the rig. It happens sometimes. So I pulled out, got back on the highway, and didn't think about him again. My routes usually run through the mountains. Long stretches where you can drive an hour without seeing another vehicle. About 90 minutes later, I was deep in the mountain stretch. Rain started coming down. Light at first. At the bottom of the descent, I had to brake harder than expected. Water on the road. The trailer gave a slight shimmy. Then I heard something. A sound from behind the cab divider. A heavy thump. I told myself it was the load settling. Happens all the time. Pallets shift. Boxes slide. That night, the load wasn't produce. It was pharmaceutical shipments. Individually racked. Strapped down. Secured. For 15 minutes. Nothing. Just rain. The engine. And the sound of tires rolling over wet asphalt. Then I heard it again. Softer this time. Not a thump. Movement. I turned the radio off. I needed to hear clearly. That's when the thought crossed my mind. A thought I didn't want to believe. That's when I knew. I wasn't alone in that truck. I checked the mirrors. But from the cab you can't see inside the trailer. No other vehicles. No towns nearby. Just miles of empty road. My phone showed 1 bar of signal. Barely enough. Dialed 900 ELF. The call connected. But the signal kept breaking. The call connected, but the signal kept breaking. I wasn't even sure if they could hear me. I kept talking, kept giving landmarks, mile markers, road signs, anything that might help them find me. Even while I was talking, I kept listening, waiting to hear that sound again. Inside the trailer, he wasn't panicking. He wasn't moving much at all. Whoever he wasn't desperate. He was patient. I kept driving. Every mile felt longer than the last. The signal kept dropping, but somehow the line stayed open. After what felt like forever, I finally saw something in the mirror. 2 highway patrol vehicles. Lights going. 22 minutes later, I pulled over the moment I saw them. 2 officers stepped out of their vehicles and approached the truck. I told them everything as fast as I could. About the sounds, about the truck stop, about the man I saw. Then, they went to the back of the trailer. The rear door seal had been cut. A tiny slice you wouldn't notice without looking closely. When they opened the doors, everything went quiet. Rows of secured pallets, just like they were supposed to be. Then one of the officers saw him. He was wedged between the racks. Hiding near the front wall, he had a knife and a length of cord. The man from the truck stop had been inside my trailer the entire time. For hours, that stranger had been hiding only a few feet behind me. The officers asked how long I'd been driving and if I'd noticed anything strange. He'd been living back there, hiding in my trailer, the entire trip. The thought made my stomach drop. Just like that, he was gone. For the first time that night, the trailer was finally empty, but the road didn't feel the same anymore. Even now, I still check the mirror, because you never really know who might be riding with you. This happened about 2 years ago, in a mall long abandoned. Its hallways were silent, the lights flickering like whispers of the past. As a night shift security guard, my nights were long and uneventful, patrolling empty corridors with only a flashlight and a radio for company. One night, I noticed something strange on a camera feed, a faint smear, slightly off-center, like a fingerprint. At first, I thought it was nothing. The next week, the smear was gone, but the camera had moved. Just a subtle tilt, but enough to make me uneasy. Reviewing the footage, I found a 4-7-minute gap in the signal. Our system almost never dropped. Something about it felt intentional. I started patrolling more thoroughly, checking every gated storefront and service corridor. The mall seemed normal, until it wasn't. Then, just after 2 a.m., I heard them slow, deliberate footsteps. Not animals, human, coming from the sealed-off north wing. The chain was on the floor, unclipped. Someone had been there. Someone had been waiting. I stepped inside. The roof had collapsed, letting the cold November rain in. Only my flashlight illuminated the blackness, and then I saw him, standing there, motionless, watching, hood up, dark clothes, unmoving in the beam of my flashlight. I didn't think. I ran, heart pounding. I sprinted back toward the main security office, hoping to reach safety. I locked the door and called dispatch, keeping them on the line until help arrived. 11 minutes felt like hours. Police searched the building. They found traces of him, the unclipped chain, boot prints in the rainwater, and then they discovered his setup: a bedroll, food, a lantern, and a notebook detailing my patrol schedule. He'd been watching me for weeks, learning my every movement, every shift. The thought still sends chills down my spine. And then there's the camera, moved just so, giving him a perfect line of sight to the security office. He hadn't been hiding. He'd been using it. Even now, I check every monitor twice before starting a shift. Every single time, I make sure nothing is watching me. The mall remains abandoned, empty, silent. But I know, it's never truly empty. The wind howls through the broken roof, and the rain creates echoes that sound almost alive. Every night, the silence feels heavier. Every hallway, every corner, I imagine someone is there watching, learning. It's a fear that never leaves me. Even holding my flashlight now, I feel that same tension. Every shift, every corner could hide something I cannot see. Sometimes, I think I see him again, standing silently, watching from the darkness. But when I blink, he's gone. The moved camera still haunts me. Its angle was perfect for observing the office, like he had planned every detail. For service corridors, once mundane, now feel menacing. Every flicker, every shadow could hide him. The collapsed north wing remains a dark memory, rain falling in, reflecting every shadow, every fear I felt that night. The boot prints in the water, silent evidence of him moving through the building, unseen yet omnipresent. Bedroll, the food, the lantern. Everything suggested he had been living here, tracking me, always a step ahead. That camera. It wasn't just a camera. It was his eyes, perfectly positioned to watch, without being seen. I patrol the same corridors, but nothing feels the same. Every flicker of light or creak of floor tiles reminds me of that night. The emptiness is deceiving. The mall is quiet, but I know silence doesn't always mean safety. Even now, I can't help but check the corridors from the office window, half expecting to see him standing there. Every night, the beam of my flashlight becomes a lifeline, slicing through the darkness, revealing fragments of the mall that seem alive. Service corridors, once mundane, now feel menacing. Every flicker, every shadow could hide him. Notebook he left behind my patrols, my routes meticulously tracked. The thought of him studying my every move still haunts me. The collapsed north wing remains a dark memory, rain falling in, reflecting every shadow, every fear I felt that night. Footprints leading into the darkness, silent evidence of him moving through the building. Unseen, yet omnipresent. The image on the screen still unsettles me. Even after all this time, the idea that he could watch from anywhere lingers. Every empty corridor now tells a story of footsteps, of eyes watching, of fear lurking in the dark. Keep checking the monitors, always hoping, yet never sure if I'm alone in this building. All stands silent, yet alive with memory. The fear I felt that night never truly left, echoing in every shadow, every flicker of light. Even now, every shift feels like that night, each step measured, each shadow a potential threat. Sometimes I swear I see him again, just a silhouette watching, waiting. But it's always gone when I focus. That camera, its angle, its gaze, it reminds me that he had eyes everywhere, even when I thought I was safe. For the hallways feel alive now. Each flicker, each shadow, every echo is a reminder of what happened. I check the office monitors twice before every shift. Twice, just to make sure nothing is watching. Rain keeps falling through the broken roof, as if the building itself remembers that night. Every empty corridor holds a memory, a footprint, a presence I cannot forget. Bedroll and notebook remind me that he had been here, watching, learning, always a step ahead. Each night, I stand here, flashlight in hand, wondering if I'm truly alone, or if he's still out there, waiting. The mall remains empty, silent, and yet alive. The memory of that night never leaves, lingering in every shadow, every flicker of light. If you enjoy mysterious stories like this, make sure to subscribe to Midnight Whispers 2 a.m. And don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching.